I'm excited for this video because I think this is a good one and an important one. Here are things I wish all young women knew. Hi friends, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Jillz and I talk about all things wellness and self-development for women. So if that's something you want to learn more about, be sure to hit the red subscribe button below as well as the notification bell so you don't miss when I put out any new videos. There's a lot of things that I've learned over the years that have made me think, why has it taken me so long to understand this? Or why am I just learning about this now? And there are so many things that I wish I fully understood sooner, and I think there are a lot of young women that might not fully realize or fully understand a lot of this stuff. So let me be a big sister here for a little bit and let me get right into it. The first thing that has been a game changer for me and something that I wish all young women knew is understanding the female hormone cycle and how this compares to the male hormone cycle. We are biologically different and our hormone cycles are different too. And this is something that is really crucial to understand. So guys have a 24-hour hormone cycle. So although their hormones might change throughout the day to day, their life doesn't really vary much, and they actually do best when they create a consistent routine and stick to it. However, a woman's hormone cycle is much different. It's about a month long and our hormones are changing every single day, and we are quite literally not the same person every day. So because of this, we don't have the same energy levels, creativity levels, strength levels, libido levels throughout the month. Because we don't have this daily hormone consistency, we actually do best when we account for these changes. That's why the feminine is associated with the moon, because it has a 28-day cycle, and that's why the masculine is associated with the sun, because it has a 24-hour cycle. Now, here's where it can be a little bit difficult. We live in a 24-hour world. We're expected to perform the same every single day in every aspect of our lives, pretty much, and that's just not reality. But when we start treating ourselves like the month-long cyclical beings that we are and start syncing our life to our cycle and start really embracing it and seeing it for its beauty, then your life will start to change. You can ride the waves of the different phases of your cycle and utilize them for their different strengths. So for example, there are times in your cycle where you'll have more energy, be a stronger communicator, and be more social. And there are other times in your cycle where you'll have to kind of take a step back, spend more time alone, but your intuition will be super powerful. And when you can harness these unique energies, you can really start to harness the unique power of the feminine. So obviously there's so much more to this, so check this video out to learn more, but also there's a fabulous book called In the Flow by Alyssa VT, and it is phenomenal. I highly recommend it. But the main point here is understanding that you will have different needs, different energy levels, different food cravings, essentially different ways of living your life throughout the month, and that is to be expected. So if you feel like you're not able to be consistent in a certain way every single day, that is okay. And that's something to embrace instead of criticize. Seriously, understanding the different phases of your cycle and understanding how they work and their strengths and seeing them as beautiful instead of seeing them as a hindrance, this is a mega game changer and something that all women need to embrace, need to understand. Now, the next thing that I want every young woman on this planet to understand is that your feminine energy is powerful. Sadly, a lot of girls grow up in a world where many of the masculine attributes are praised and rewarded, and many of the feminine attributes are not. Career achievement, success, athleticism, outward action. These are all masculine traits that again are very much praised and rewarded and are very visible. And these are all wonderful, but more of the feminine traits like love, compassion, intuition, receiving, these are not as praised or rewarded. And in fact, I think a lot of people see the feminine as more weak and less valuable, and I think this is because a lot of these traits are more invisible. But essentially what this does is we start suppressing this side of ourselves. We start suppressing more of our feminine energy and bringing out more of our masculine energy, because remember that we have both energies within us, whether you're a man or a woman. But the feminine is powerful, it's radiant, it's magnetic. The feminine gets what it wants by just being and leaning back. It attracts in what it wants as opposed to always going out and getting it all the time, and it chooses to only bring into its life that which it wants. The feminine is connected to their intuition, their inner knowing, and the feminine is also really powerful at influencing people, especially those with strong masculine energy, which I'll talk about in a second, just by being and embracing the love and softness that's naturally within them. And a lot of women are unfortunately unaware of this energy that they innately have within them, and they don't know how to embrace it and bring it out and take advantage of it to feel fulfilled in life, to feel happy energy to feel more aligned and to attract in what they want. Feel free to check this video out if you want to learn more, but just remember that your feminine energy is powerful, it's beautiful, it's amazing, and if you're feeling burnt out, stressed out, just unaligned in life, then I really encourage you to really tap into this energy more. Okay, so third thing that I wish more young women understood, and this goes back to feminine energy again, but more so in relationships, is that if you are looking to attract in a more masculine partner, then it's very important for you to be more in your feminine when it comes to the whole relationship world and your personal life. This polarity is what creates attraction. Think of it like a magnet. You are naturally drawn to that which is opposite of you. Now, the masculine is the action-oriented one that goes after what it wants, like I mentioned before, and they will naturally go after and be attracted to a person that is more feminine. So if you're looking to bring into your life a more masculine type of partner, then you have to be comfortable and willing to embrace more of your feminine. And I hope people don't take this the wrong way when I say this, but a lot of women have learned to be this take charge woman, and I think that that is fabulous. But when it comes to relationships, if you're looking to attract in a more masculine partner, it's time to take a step back, to lean back. Actually, let me rephrase that. You get to take a step back. You get to lean back. You get to enjoy. Now, if you're looking to bring a relationship into your life, then I encourage you to get out there and be seen and all that kind of stuff. But if a man is not pursuing you, then let it be. That's okay. It doesn't mean you're not beautiful and amazing and intelligent and wonderful. It just means he's not the right man for you, and you're just one step closer to finding your soulmate. I know you've probably heard this before, but when a man likes you, you will know. It'll be obvious. It won't be confusing. So let the masculine person play the masculine role. And this is amazing. You get to relax, you get to lean back, you get to have someone come to you. And again, this is pretty powerful. However, if you are not looking for a masculine partner, if you want to be more of that masculine partner, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with, some women want this, then you can be more of that initiator. But in general, most women want to be that feminine role, and I know a lot of the women that watch my videos want to be that feminine role. So if that's you, embrace the feminine. It will feel good and it will be powerful and it will attract in that which you are looking for. Another thing that I wish all young women knew is how powerful their thoughts and emotions are and how much this influences their life. The way you talk to yourself matters. Our thoughts, whether they're conscious or subconscious, and whether you choose to believe it or not, have a huge effect on how we act and how others and the world interacts with us. And these thoughts, these emotions, they have a huge role in how good we feel and how vibrant we feel. So many people, especially women, are constantly their own worst critic, and we would never be as mean to our friends or our loved ones as we are to ourselves. If you want to change one thing to start improving your life, to feel better, to be more successful, whatever it is, this is the place to start. It has a huge impact. Think of yourself as a young girl. Close your eyes and imagine her in your head. How would you talk to that little girl? Would you treat her with love and compassion and be supportive? Or would you be mean and critical and say that she's not deserving and that she can't do what she's trying to do and she's not good enough? Even though we're grown up, that little girl is always there inside of you, and you should be talking to yourself kind of like you're talking to that little girl. When you see yourself in the mirror, say something kind to yourself. When you start doubting that things are going to work out for you, remind that little girl that it can and it will. When you catch yourself saying things that aren't necessarily supportive, reframe these thoughts into something more positive. I wish we grew up understanding the power of the mind and just how much influence it has. Okay, next, something that all women should understand is that birth control pills are kind of a big deal. They're altering your hormones, but what I specifically wanted to mention is that birth control pills can potentially affect or change who you're attracted to. Sarah Hill, she's a researcher and PhD. She wrote This Is Your Brain on birth control. It's a really good read. She goes into detail about this. So according to her research, women who are not on birth control pills and having a natural cycle, they're more likely to choose partners that have more of those typical masculine features like the wider jaw, the more broad shoulders, things like that. And they're also able to pick up on those pheromones that kind of just scream testosterone. But women who are on birth control pills, they tend to choose slightly more feminine looking partners and are not able to pick up on those pheromones quite as well. So basically her research showed that in general, women who are not on birth control pills tend to choose partners who are quote sexier and who they're more naturally sexually attracted to and have genetically opposing DNA and immunity profiles, which is actually really important for having healthy offspring. While women who are on birth control pills, they tended to choose their partners based off things more like intelligence and finances. So in short, she basically finds that women who choose their partners while they're on birth control pills and then get off a few years later, that sometimes they're not as attracted to their partner as they once thought they were. Now, I just think that this is something that we should be fully aware of. Personally, I'm not on birth control pills and I feel so much better off of them. But I'm not saying that birth control pills are bad or good. It's a very personal decision, and whatever you choose, it should be your decision. You know what's best for your body, and I 100% stand behind you and support you. But as women, this is something that we need to take into account and we shouldn't just ignore. This could really affect our relationship satisfaction down the line. Birth control pills can greatly affect us in many ways, and I just wish more women fully understood this. So number 6, something that I wish all young women knew is that it is not selfish for wanting what you want. If you want to be really wealthy and have a big beautiful house, if you want to travel the world and never stay in one place, if you want to raise your family at home and have your husband provide financially, this doesn't make you selfish. And in fact, I think that we want certain things because our soul knows that this is our life's path and that we are deserving of this. Others trying to make you feel selfish for your decision or your dreams is not a reflection of you, it's a reflection of them. And there are always going to be people telling you that what you're doing is wrong or you shouldn't do something because of XYZ, but you are the only person who knows what's right for you, and you're the only person that knows what's going to make you happy. It's okay to have big dreams, and it's okay to want things that others might disagree with. You are worthy and deserving of whatever it is that you want out of life. So those are just a few of the things that I wish all young women knew, but this video is kind of hard to make because I feel like I had so many things that I wanted to say here and kind of had to narrow it down. So if you enjoyed this video and you want a part 2 eventually, let me know because I've got a ton more. Before you go, be sure to check out these 2 videos right here, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Remember that you are powerful, you are loved, and you are worthy. See you next time.